A company called Campark reached out to me to see if I'd like to review a product for them. So some of you may know of Campark as being an industry leader in trail cams, but did you know that they also do security camera systems as well? So we're going to be taking a look at the Sc23 wireless security camera system that's in this box. So I opted to do this review because this may be of interest to yourself out there. And there's some details and links into the description where you can find more information on this system and others down there below in the description. But I've opted for a wireless system that, in inverted commas, can be moved about and is easy to install without millions of wires, and as well as your home usage. So you obviously, this is mainly designed for a home, but you can use it on a business premises, so a campsite like where I'm working currently at the moment. You can even rig this, if you wanted to, onto a camping unit, a caravan, motorhome, things like that, with the brackets. Obviously I would suggest strongly that you need to take the cameras off these brackets when you're moving and transporting your caravan, etc. But you could put them or adapt it for mobile use as well. It could even be used on a narrow boat, a canal boat, or a other seaworthy boat, or another vessel like that. So I think what we'll do, I think we're going to dive in and let's have a look at what's in the box, get things out and try and work out how to get this configured. Right, so let's delve into the box and start to pull things out. So, piece of foam, what have we got here? We've got the instructions with QR codes, obviously, to download the necessary apps. Inside the box we have got we've got a mouse. We've got nicely tightly packaged up a camera and a bracket. That's camera number 1. USB charging cables. We have got camera number 2. That's actually got the bracket on it, so you can see the mounting brackets here, how the mounting brackets go. So camera number 2. We have got a mains adapter, other camera mounts, and we have got, what have we got in here? 3 lots of screws and raw plugs. So these are the camera mounts that you can put onto a wall or onto a ceiling or things like that. We've got a HDMI cable. So as well as being able to operate this and use this via an app, can you guess why there's a HDMI cable? We'll come to that in a moment. Oh. Camera number 3. Oh, sorry, I was going to, I didn't realise these come with solar panels, so I was going to mention solar panels. Solar panel number 1, look at, hey, cool. I've got 3 solar panels, which I'll explain in a moment what these are about. Besides, now that's amazing. And the reason why I've gone for this unit, so this is also a LAN cable as well. The reason I've gone for this unit is because this has got its own little base station. So this is basically, it's sort of it's a mini router. So the cameras will connect to this wirelessly. There's what have we got here now? We've got, sorry, put it this way here. We've got a mains, somewhere for the mains, USB, HDMI, LAN cable, and you can put an SD card in here, micro SD card, And the reason why we've got the HDMI cable is we can rig this up to a monitor. So if you wanted this, I don't know, for a workplace, something like that, and you were in the office and you wanted to actually have the cameras up so you could actually see the cameras up on a monitor, this is what's needed. So this unit, this particular package, actually comes with the solar panels. So that's incredible. And if you buy the cameras without the solar panels, do be mindful that if you're in an area where the cameras are in constant use, where there's people in and out and in and out and in and out, the battery is going to wear down quite quickly. So ideally it's sort of suited for a, you know, not such a mad busy area. But obviously with the solar panels, this increases the length of use of the batteries on here, because it'll sort of be trickle charging the batteries up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to find the instruction book, which I've just had out somewhere here, and my next stage is I'm going to download the app and have a quick look at the instructions. Okay, just a couple of very early things as I'm sort of taking things out of packets and things like that. Is first of all, the mains adapter is a non-UK plug. So be mindful if you're in the UK and you buy one of these, that's a non-UK plug. Not really a problem, because I have got a adapter which are readily available. So just be mindful of that situation. You need to charge these up for a first time, so there is a little charge or a USB-C port here at the bottom. I did plug in a normal phone USB cable and it wouldn't go all the way in. So this piece of the USB here, the USB-C, is slightly longer perhaps than others, but when you do put this one in, oops, there's a click, it actually clicks into place. So just a very, very early observation, as I say, and I will run through things as I start to set this up, because one thing that you do really need to do is get these on charge. It does recommend for 10 hours. So, but that's yeah, that's all where it all comes in. Sorry, when we do this, obviously the lenses have got protection film on them, so we will be pulling that off. So I just thought a couple of very early observations as I'm unpacking and looking at setting this up. And as I was unpacking a little bit earlier, obviously I was just delving in and said these are some form of mounts. These mounts, here's one out. So it's a screw, these move about like this. These are actually for the solar panels. So they've got a standard screw on the back, which screws into the solar panels like this, and that's one attached. And because it's got such a big long cord, your camera could be in a shaded spot with very little sunlight or direct sunlight. But because this is so long, the cabling, you can go and mount this very high up, further along, obviously get it in the wherever the sun is, and with the thing here you can see you can move this about into basically any direction that you want. So that's what those mounts were for. As I say, as I'm sort of looking at everything here, the cameras are currently on charge in another room, so we're letting them charge up, and I'm just working my way through each of the things that were in the box when we unboxed. Right, so this is the mini sort of route to the base station, the camera system in. So we've got this going into a LAN cable here. This is the HDMI into the back of a monitor stroke TV. The USB has got a mouse, and here is the power plug, and we've just powered it all on, so it's a little bit fiddly to film this. It's come up with a display. I'm just going to go, we're on the English menu, and I'm going to click next. Network, you can configure the network, blah 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 blah, and there are a number of settings here with the network settings. Let me just go and get the instruction book rather than show you here, because it's a little bit not so easy to film in with one hand. Okay, so this is basically this is the book, and if you notice, this is quite big. This is big writing as well. There's a handprint, so it's not like one of them mini schools. So this is what we're doing now. We're charging up the camera. We've connected the TV or a monitor to the router. We've put the power plug in. We've connected the mouse. You saw all this before. We've got LAN cable to the router, which is all powered on. This is the network setting where the screen is where I am at the moment, and I've also downloaded the app onto my phone. So you've got it for Android or iOS as well. And then there's further instructions here. It's showing you how to add cameras and things like that. I'm not going to really bore you with the setup screen on here, because there is an actual wizard. So you need to be confident with mouse control on a monitor just to run through the actual setup of the cameras and getting the initial configuration done. So I'm going to go back now over to the monitor and complete the setup. Right, so this has been painfully simple to do. Basically, all I had to do was follow the setup wizard that was on a monitor here. You have to put in the router. That's the router we're using here. Hardwired in, name, password. Step through, you needed to turn the cameras on. So these physically turn the cameras on, and they all connected. One, boom, boom, instantly, absolutely, with no messing around or setting up. Very, 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 very quick and simple to do. And then you need to set up a default password, and I'm now up to the stage here. So this is the where I am here, where I'm just now downloading the app onto my phone, ready to connect the phone to the system. All right, this has been a doddle to set up. What I'm going to do is come away from here, but I just wanted to point out this QR code. Right, let's just come away from here with this feedback. I have got to say, I thought that was going to be a bit of a tech head setup, and that was incredibly simple. If you buy these cameras and you've got the base station, and I forgot to mention that base station's got a 500 gigabyte, a half terabyte hard drive storage solution in there. There are cloud options if you wanted to store your images and videos up on the cloud. But this base station router has got a 500 gig hard drive in there. And it's important when you register your phone app to register the base station, not the QR code on the cameras. Now, I don't know whether you can see this or not, but the app is absolutely simple to use. And if I double click here, so if I can just pick this camera up here and just give you a live look at this here. And then the other thing with these cameras is they are all tilt cameras. So you can move the cameras around with the app and actually control the cameras, which is fantastic, isn't it? Absolutely fantastic. Okay, so I've got the camera recording my voice. Here is the security camera, obviously completely 100% wireless. Here is the phone app with the cameras. So in the minute these are charging, this is one I've just got as a demo here in the moment. And what we can do is we can click on the thumbnail, and this will bring things in a little bit bigger to where we are, etc. And what we can do is we can decide to go on to allowing access for recording and things like that, which will just take a moment. Sorry, that's all. As you can see, sort of live on my phone. And here, can you see the camera lens moving about? So let me just zoom in. If you watch the camera lens now. Okay, so what I'll do is I'm just going to pull back a little bit so you can actually see. So again, watch the camera lens and watch my phone. You can see we're swinging around. We can look down. Hello. That is just absolutely blissfully simple to set up. There's a talk button here, so I can talk out of the camera, so excuse me, if I wanted to. And yeah, it is absolutely simple, isn't it? Again, these cameras are charging up. So I think what we'll do at this stage here now, again, so just to show you again, we can click on the thumbnail. I think what we'll do, we'll put these on charge for a little bit and then think about installing them so you can see them in a live situation. Okay, so it's a bit of a grey old day, but what I've done, I've mounted that solar panel and camera bracket there. I'll show you the other two. So this kit comes with 3 cameras and 3 solar panels. I'll show you where I've got the other couple. As I say, the cameras are all just charging up at the moment. It's not a very nice day, is it? So I've got the solar panel here because the sun rises over this way. I may go higher with that at some stage. It's quite a long length. And then we've got a bracket up at the top there. And then this one here. I'm getting no campsite work done today with the weather being so wet. Up a set of ladders. Again, there's your solar panel, you can see it here, and then that's ready to mount the camera in a few hours when they're charged up. Right, it's a thoroughly miserable day to be doing this, but here we are. So we do need to neaten this lot up. I'm going to do that when the weather's a bit drier, but this is the camera now installed. We've got the mounting bracket here at the back and the screws are along the side. A little bit of a tip: when you come to mount the camera, start these 2 screws with a little bit of thread. They're quite fiddly to go on, to be honest, but once you've done one camera you'll get what I mean. But start the screw up on a little bit of thread and in it'll go. So we've got the lights, the camera lens and the PIR for the movement detection. So that's how it's all looking there. And I've done that with the other 2 cameras. We've got a total of 3 on this system. So I've had those cameras charging for a while and the indicators are all coming up that they are fully charged up and they have got the solar panels on them. So this is in the corner in my office on top of a filing cabinet. So I've got the little router here at the back of this monitor. And isn't this wonderful? So from here down, I don't know if you can see it here, but then you've got settings. You can decide how to split your screen, things like that. You can put full screen up if you wanted to. You can alternate it so it sort of goes 1 camera, then 2 camera, then 3 cameras. So it sort of splits. But let's just go on to this mouse. Mouse is a bit fiddly. I haven't got a mouse mat. You can set alarms, you can set trigger times. This is telling you that the cameras are it's all online, etc. And let's have a look at, I don't know, let's have a look at the campsite. So if we want to go to this camera here, we can click play on that. That's taking us to live mode. Then we can click onto full screen mode. This is given, you can't quite see at the moment, but this is telling me that the battery condition is good, the Wi-Fi signal is good, we've got the date and time stamp on here. We can do a number of image settings on here. We can have sound on, sound off. We've got a digital zoom if we wanted to. I don't know, can you see down here, this corner? This is your digital zoom. So can you see how we're zooming in? Right in on the campsite. Look at that. Or we can zoom out. Nice and simple. Very simple to do. And you here, and then what we can also do again, so at the minute we've got 3 cameras on here. Go to this screen here, but what we can do now is press this icon here if you watch, and then what we can do we can move the camera. Look at this here. So if you wanted to keep an eye on what was going on in our mower sheds, we can do right down here. And we can then click round and take the camera the other way around. So we'll go over to the campsite and have a quick look at the campsite. And what you can also do if you wanted to, let's just go a little bit too far, haven't we? Let's go back over that way a little bit. And then we can also, if we want to, we can send the camera down. So this is looking now onto the decking below the and you can see, we can see right down there, literally right down. So again, let's say this is the decking on the back of the cabin. And can you see how you can twist the camera around if you wanted to? And then again, we can take that out of there and we can go up and lift the camera up, and it's got the full digital zoom. So that's looking over there towards the facilities, and then we can take the camera over to the campsite. Go back to the 4-screen mode. This is the setup. So you've got your general settings. You can check your cameras, time zones, check your network, diagnostics, storage, help and support, and things like that. All here. So your general settings, it's telling you what's what. Information here, and then your camera settings are all here. Best recordings. You can do the alarm, spot alarms. You can sound an alarm for the camera to go off. You can ping notifications for emails. So if you wanted to get information when things are triggering, you can do that as well. So yeah, so let's go and have a sit down. Let me load up the phone app and conclude this vlog from this camera system from yeah, absolutely fantastic. Let's go and let's have a look in there. Look at that. That's just absolutely good. So that's my office at the moment. Okay, so away from the main system. So if you're now remote, you're away from work, away from your home, and you want to come and check things. So as I say, this could be a workplace. This could be on a narrowboat, a canal boat. You could have these on your caravan, motorhome. So you've got a sort of live view here, and what we can do, I don't know, should we go and have a look at the barrier camera here? Yeah, and then what we can do, we can have a number of settings here. So we can name the device. So we could call this barrier cam. The minute's called device 2. The battery is 100%. Signal is strong. Firmware update. All connected. We can now set the motion areas. If we want to, we can set we can even set a siren, so a siren goes. But yeah, the motion is going to detect all day. We can do a push message if we wanted to get an alert on the phone. Yeah, all the rest of it is all all fairly straightforward. Let's go back. Full screen. I know there's a bit of flicker on the camera, but we can also move the camera around via the phone app. Can you see how the camera's moving? We can pull the camera up and down. And then if we wanted to have a look, I don't know, there's somebody at the barrier that shouldn't be at the barrier and we wanted to see him, we've got a digital zoom here. Look at this here, we can zoom right in. As the fields over, look how far, there you can quite see how far we can zoom in. And go back to 4 screens. We can talk through the cameras as well with this button here. And again, this is all super mobile and super easy. So hope you've enjoyed that, and that was absolutely a joy to set up on a very rainy day where I couldn't be getting on with any of my normal campsite warden work. So I've pretty well been grounded with what I'm able to do outside, hence installing that today. So the Sc23 system here, would I recommend this? Would I recommend it? I'll tell you what, yes, I would recommend it. At the moment I've got this set up here at work and the system belongs to me. While I'm here I'll leave it at work, but as and when I am going back home, some of you may know, all being well, we're going to be moving at some stage. I will be using this system as my home system, and it absolutely gets a wonderful thumbs up. It's just so painfully easy to use. And also it's worth pointing out, you can use these cameras indoors as well as outdoors. So if you wanted to have them in a reception area or a public hall or a public indoor space, you can do. You can have them as a pet cam. So if you want to keep an eye on your dog, cat, hamster, guinea pig, rabbit, llama, cow, sheep, pig, or any other animal, you can use these. And because they are wireless, they are so quick and easy and portable to move about. As ever, there's a link in the description for you to go and follow to get more information on this if you want to purchase them. Yeah, I really thought that was going to stress me out. Well, not stress me out, but sort of play with my mind a little bit, setting it all up. But if I can set that up very quickly, you can do too. Hope you found that good. If you did do, smash the like button. That'd be amazing. Look after yourselves.